And we are the dreamers of dreams.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to a new video. So this video is a little different. We're sitting down. Most of the time we're vlogging, but in this video I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me questions. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram and you want to be involved in things like this, I always ask you guys' opinion on video ideas and things like that. So if you want to follow me on there, you get to see the behind the scenes of when I'm not vlogging or making videos, and then you guys get to see like when we go to the beach and things like that. So if you guys are into that, go ahead and follow me on my Instagram. I'm pretty sure I'll put the link somewhere, or I'll put a card of like how my Instagram looks. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and get started with this Q&A. Okay, are you ready? All right. Will y'all recommend going on vacation to Hawaii? Would we recommend it?
Yeah.
I love Hawaii. I've loved it here. It's very beautiful. There's lots of things to do, especially if like you're visiting for like a small period of time. There's lots of things to do and lots of things to see. So yes, I would definitely recommend coming and visiting. Will y'all visit Hawaii again? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We really want to come back on the 100th anniversary, at least try to come back on the 100th anniversary of Pearl Harbor, because we actually went to the 75th this year.
It was either the 76th or the 78th.
It was one of those. We went to the anniversary, and it was so powerful. I cried. I have a vlog on it, but I didn't upload it. It was more so like just for me. But yeah, I cried when I was there. It was very powerful. But we also want to bring our kids here one day, just to show them like we lived here. Just show them like what we experienced while we're here. So yeah, we for sure want to come back. Do you guys want to go overseas again in the future?
Whoever asked that, I wonder if you mean like get stationed overseas again, or go visit.
We for sure want to travel. We want to go overseas and travel and stuff.
Yeah.
But to live, most likely not. Especially because, and I'll say why, because
Sorry.
There's another question in here.
Got it.
Is he staying in the 20 years? I'll let him answer that. But don't just make.
I don't get paid enough to want to stay in that long. There's only two reasons that mainly a person stays in for that long. One, they feel like they can't, like you just get too acclimated to, used to being in the military. They'll pay for your housing and other aspects of it, to where it's just like, okay, you have a car payment, your phone bills, and you gotta take care of your kids. And so a lot of people get used to that. And it's scary transitioning out, because you gotta worry about, okay, can I take care of my family? If I leave the Army, will I be able to find a job? And
I think they scare you guys into thinking that you won't be able to.
But there's also a lot of people, like, it's enticing, like, oh hey, if I hit 20 years and I hit that high rank that I want to get out and be like, okay, I can collect now and I'm good. There's nothing wrong with that.
Do you think it's worth it to stay in the 20 years?
For me, no, because I believe I can get out of the Army. I believe that with my skill set that I can go find a better job, one that pays more, where I could probably do that job for 3 years, and it would amount to the other 14 years of money I would get paid over that time. So I can either do 3 years and literally make as much as I would over 14 years of being in the Army, and not have to deal with, oh, you gotta wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning for a 12-mile rec, or oh, we gotta go deal with this BS, or oh, you gotta deal with this person
not doing their job,
yelling at you, or you yelling at somebody because somebody's being ignorant and stupid. And I don't want to do that for.
If you can't tell, he hasn't had the best experience so far in the military.
I'd rather get out, I'd rather take her places all over and travel. God, beautiful. And have all the men whistle at her and then remind them that I'm her
That's not
husband.
the question.
Well, the question is, it's all wrapped around those 20 years. I could be doing way...
And don't get us wrong, the military, like, we're very grateful.
Yeah.
Like, we have health care.
Very grateful. I don't hold any grudges against the Army. I don't hold anything against anybody that stays in for that long. At all. You dealt with it for that long, I respect you for that. I'm not that person.
Yeah. There's different things for different people.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wears the pants?
Both.
Why do you say both? Let's see what he says.
Both because we share responsibilities, and it's not like, oh, you need to do this. It's not a grudge match. It's not who has more authority. It's more of we talk to each other, share what's going on inside the house, and also we work together.
Yeah.
It's not like, well, I need you to do this, and that, because I just don't feel like doing it. And then that person like goes down and is like, all right, I'll do them. It's not like that. It's not like, oh, that person has the bigger pants. It's more we share and communicate.
Yeah. I can say one thing about being so far away from family. Me and him have grown a lot in our marriage because there's no one else we can lean on. There's no one else we can depend on other than each other. No, really. Like, we've said this. We've had very, like, extensive conversations on this, but when you're young and alone and learning how to navigate all of that, you have to be able and learn how to communicate better.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that definitely we share. We share. That was a very deep answer. I thought it was supposed to be like a funny one, but like, yeah, we share. How do y'all like Hawaii?
You first.
I love Hawaii. I've loved it here. It has been such a good experience, but also a very hard experience for both of us. For different reasons. But overall, I love Hawaii. I love the place.
Yeah.
Your turn.
I think being here for so long, it can be a little claustrophobic because you're here for so many years. I do love the atmosphere. The people are great. They're very sweet, very kind.
If you give aloha, you get aloha.
Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. Like, I love snorkeling when I can, when I feel like I can see what's around me, because I don't like dark water. She knows that.
Yeah. He has to be able to see his toes.
The drives that you can have here, the experience that you get, the scenic especially, having the dates that we have, going on the hikes that we have been able to go on, I enjoy it. I mean, I think if I had more friends to do some more extreme things like certain hikes or like rock climbing or like certain aspects like that, you know, or like
we just haven't had the best luck with friends here.
Yeah.
A lot of people that we've run into have not had the best intentions, to say the least.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's hard. It was very hard to make friends here,
Yeah.
or if they are married, and they want to do other things that don't involve their spouses, like in a bad way. But yeah, I mean, props to them, whatever they want to do with their lives, but that's just not what we do.
Yeah.
So other than that, we've enjoyed Hawaii, but I think that Trevor will have a lot more fun being in Texas because he'll be able to hunt. He'll probably make more friends there just because we're in that environment. Plus we're from Texas, so we already know ourselves, like, lots of things to do. And we'll be able to leave Texas too. We can go on road trips and things like that. So that's what the point is. Do you miss Whataburger? I love Whataburger. He ate it way too much because he doesn't miss it. Tell them why you don't miss it. Tell them how much you used to eat it.
It's my dad's fault. So, used to work for my dad for a few years doing pest control, and it was always like eating out of a paper bag, pretty much. And we kind of binged for a full summer.
Whataburger.
Every day for like 2 months. It was a Whataburger.
My mom and someone else said, well, let me just read my mom. So my mom said, LOL, how long before y'all both make me a grandma? We get this question actually all the time, especially like from
Amy.
people, not from Amy really.
No, I'm like Amy.
Oh, Amy can have kids. We get this question a lot actually. I think people think because we got married like so early that we're gonna have kids really early too. Yeah, everybody seems to ask us when we're having kids. We've been married. Stop. We've been married almost 3 years. And I think people expect us to have kids. I think even people expected us to have kids right when we got married, which was not the case, and it has not been the case. So yeah, that was the whole thing. People always ask me when I was gonna be pregnant or when I was gonna get pregnant, and that has still yet to happen. And our plan is we're not gonna be having kids for another 2 to 3 years, maybe even longer.
Like, don't get us wrong. Like, we love kids.
Yeah, we love kids.
It's not that we don't want to. We
want to enjoy and fully soak in being by ourselves. And
I see it as 3 main things. You okay for that?
Yeah, go.
It's being able to grow together is one, and being able to have that time with each other before you pretty much dedicate another 14 years to somebody else. Because most people get together and they only have like a few years together, and then all of a sudden it's all about the kids.
Yeah.
And pretty much up until that kid is 14, I mean, that's pretty much when you can kind of back off the kid and get back to each other. That's how I see it.
Yeah. It's about, because I remember it was about that, right? Yeah. Obviously, we're not going to leave our kids alone at 14, but like, it's when you can start backing away a little bit. Yeah.
And the other thing is being financially ready. We're just trying to get ready to purchase a house in the next few years.
We want to be ready. And I know you're never going to be ready for a child, and of course whenever we do get pregnant, God willing, we do get pregnant and we're able to.
It's just a matter of being in the right in a better spot than what most people are in.
Yeah.
Just getting prepped in the best way possible.
Yeah. So if that answers, I agree. Okay, what your cousin Lillian said, when are y'all coming to visit? So basically we're moving back. So we will see you next time we're there. We will be there in about 3 months, which is literally mind-blowing to me.
It's just flown by real fast.
Our time here has very much flown by, and we are looking forward to seeing everybody and all of the family and stuff like that. So we will be home in just a little while. You will see us with your eyeballs. So was it hard to live so far from family? And that's the last question. You talk first. No, you talk first.
It's coming back to that pants thing,
No, talk first.
No,
because I feel like
I meant that in the way we share. Toward the midway point of being here, I suppose. It's been a few weeks now, about a year ago. My grandma passed away. I left her. She could, dear Lord, she could make the best biscuits and gravy ever in the world. And sorry, I know I'm going a little off track here. I think that's one thing I will not let die in the family is her biscuits.
We're not talking about food,
I know,
Trevor.
But I'm coming back to a few things.
Circle back.
I am. I missed being able to be there for my grandmother during her last days alive. We couldn't even attend the funeral.
Yeah.
And
Army wouldn't let us go.
I love my grandma. And the reason I mentioned the biscuits and gravy is because I remember coming over to her house and I come around the corner in the kitchen, and she's like, "Slow down, baby. I got you some biscuits." And she'd hand me a plate, and it was 3 biscuits. And she's like, "Get the butter over there." She's like, "Slow down, don't fall." And I'd get it, cut it open, put a slice of butter, and just smash that thing together. I just eat it just like that. All my memories of my grandmother were like her cooking and like just being this sweet old lady. And
Yeah.
I feel bad because like I have those memories of her, but I couldn't be there for her in the end.
Yeah.
And for some reason, like whenever I think of her, I just
He associates her with food, is what he does.
you know, food and dog treats.
Yeah.
Because anytime she would visit, she'd always bring the dogs a treat. So it was just a little. It sucked in the aspect of just that I couldn't be there, that we couldn't be there
Yeah.
during that time.
And we really tried to,
Yeah.
but they just would not let us go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and did you have anything else to say, like family-wise, like if it was hard to be away from family?
Haven't really been able to be around my dad at all, but also I'm in the military, so that's kind of limited. Haven't really been able to really see my brother for the past 3 years. He's a little goober. But it's been great being here because I've been able to enjoy my time with this amazing woman.
I think that our time here has definitely made us more independent.
Yeah.
For me, it was extremely hard being away from my family because, of course, like I'm Hispanic, I'm like very family oriented. I have a lot of family. But yeah, so, and I'm not even talking about like my extended family. I'm more so talking about like my mom, my sister, my dad, of course. But yeah, it was really hard being away because I missed a lot of things. But I also feel like I was always there because I literally FaceTime my mom at least 4 times a day just to tell her something that has no like real depth. Most of the time I'll just call her to tell her a minor inconvenience. It was very hard at first. Like first coming here was a very hard adjustment for me personally because the first 3 months that I actually got here, the first week, me and Trevor were looking forward to spending time together, and he got stuck on a 3-month detail. So like I pretty much never saw him. So basically I lived alone in this house.
12.
No, yeah, 12, sorry. Yeah, 6 to 6. Sorry. It was a 12-hour shift. So it was 12 hours like in the morning to 6 p.m. and like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then the next day it would be 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So I was literally in this house alone, and the house didn't always look like this. It was literally empty. It was actually really depressing because I was home alone and I didn't have any friends or anything like that. So it was a very, very hard adjustment for me personally.
It didn't feel homey.
Yeah, it took us a lot to like make our house feel like a home, and I just feel like being back in Texas, it'll be a lot easier for me because say for instance, like there was times where I was having an emergency and Trevor was not here and I was alone. Like there was a break-in 2 streets down and I was alone. He was in the same state but on a different island. So like he couldn't do anything for me, and of course my mom is literally an 8-hour 9-hour flight away from me, so like if something were to happen to me, I'm kind of screwed, you know what I mean? So yeah, there was a lot of like bad things that happened while we were here, and it was really difficult for me. And I truly, like the first like year I was severely depressed. Like, of course, like, I made the best of it, and I went to the beach, and I tried to get out, like, after he was off his detail, but, like, the first year was the hardest, because I was so depressed, and I didn't want to do anything or go anywhere. So that was really hard on me, but after we got past that hump, we got through it, and, yeah, so I gradually, like, loved it here more and more, and I still do. And so yeah, that will conclude the Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope we got as much out as like you guys would have liked. We talked about a lot of things. Sorry if we rambled a little bit, but I just wanted to say that I really appreciate you guys watching my videos, and I appreciate you guys clicking on them and supporting and following me on Instagram and all of that stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys have the most amazing day. Again, thank you guys so much for watching this video.
This was honestly really fun. Hit us up with more questions.
Yeah, if you guys have any more questions, put them in the comments and I will answer them on our next Q&A. So, that it?
Yeah.
Say bye to the people.
See you.
Bye guys.